Child, today's tea is hot. So Glorilla's family feud just got messier. Stefon Diggs is in more legal trouble, and J. Cole's album dropped, but wait till you hear about the bot scandal that's rocking the whole industry. Let's get into it. So after Glorilla's sister Scarface went viral for airing out the whole family on Facebook, talking about how Glo ain't helping nobody and their mama's still working a FedEx, y'all, Glorilla say bet and clap back in the pettiest way possible. Child, so Glo changed her Facebook profile picture to a photo of her sister Scarface in a FedEx uniform working at FedEx. The shade, child. So she basically said, if you're worried about mama working, why don't you get a job? Child, then Glory shared a Facebook post that said, and I quote, "If I send you this, just know I'm about to big." Now, Glo said the siblings jumped in to defend her and expose Scarface. So according to their brother, Glorilla gave their mama $500,000, bought her a Benz, and got her a house. So he said we ain't never had ish and Glorilla putting people in houses, bruh. He went on to say that mama chooses to still work at FedEx, but doesn't get to worry about ish because Glo takes care of everything. So why is mama still clocking in? Some people just like to work, child, and ain't nothing wrong with that. At least now she can work because she wants to, not because she has to. Now, Tory all the way from Jero heard about this drama and decided to help. So he sent Scarface $2,500 and he said, "I know how it feels like to not have while needing it. I hope God blesses you." Now, what do you think Scarface did with that $2,500? Did she help her parents like she claimed she wanted to? Nope. So she went and bought herself fake jewelry and hopped online, child, to brag about it. Now you'll see what this was really about. It wasn't really about helping the family at all. It was about her wanting money for herself and bringing down her sister in the process. Now, word on the street is that Scarface allegedly owed somebody money, and that was why she needed money ASAP from Glorilla. But child, let me know your thoughts on that. I mean, who needs enemies when you've got family members like this? Quick pause, y'all. So if this video is giving you life right now, show some love with the like. It helps YouTube connect this content with people who have the same vibe as us. And if you're new, subscribe because we spill tea like this all the time. Now let's move on. So Stefon Diggs just can't seem to keep his D in his pants or stay out of trouble. So allegedly he's got another woman pregnant. It ain't Cardi B. It ain't his already existing baby mamas that we know of. It ain't even the girl Sky Marlene. Neither is it his personal chef that was allegedly pregnant, and I talked about that in my previous videos. So there's a blind item that's come out and it reads, yet another woman has sent a letter to the attorney of this NFL player saying she is pregnant. His rapper girlfriend will go ballistic. Now, child, that is just the icing on the cake because now there's a whole new lawsuit against Stefon. So according to TMZ, Stefon Diggs is facing a lawsuit for defamation, civil conspiracy, and more just before his New England Patriots play in the Super Bowl tomorrow. So here's what happened. So a former employee claims Diggs hired him back in July 2024 to transport his Ferrari from Miami to New York, then to Houston. But while the car was in Houston, it was stolen in what law enforcement call a sophisticated theft by third parties. No arrests, no charges against the guy, but Stefon allegedly started telling people in their circle that the ex-employee stole the car. He was tanking this man's concierge business and consulting reputation by spreading these lies. So it escalated even more because Diggs' crew confronted the guy at restaurants in Houston and Miami, even showed up at his home, demanding that he return gifts from Stefon Diggs. Child, this is giving more behavior. Then in January 2025, Stefon texted the guy saying he's responsible and accountable for all actions of those around me, basically admitting his people were out of line. But then, child, in December 2025, the plaintiff says he was assaulted at Tootsie's Cabaret in Miami by two guys from Diggs' circle. So he suffered a torn ACL and other injuries, and get this, child. So Stefon's brother, NFL star Trevon Diggs, allegedly watched it all go down and did nothing, child. Now, does this sound familiar? So in my previous video where I talked about how this assault case against his personal chef is going, I also talked about how Stefon Diggs' brother Trevon actually orchestrated this whole thing where they attacked Chris Griffith. If you don't know Chris Griffith, the video to that is in description. Watch it and child, stay up to date. So the lawsuit names Stefon Diggs, Trayvon, and others as defendants, and he's seeking damages for defamation, conspiracy, and vicarious liability. So child, all this is happening just before the Super Bowl and right before the other court date for his assault charges from his former private chef. So that court date is scheduled for February 13th, and the NFL actually pulled some strings so that he could be able to play in the Super Bowl. And then this comes out, child. How many times are we going to let this man get away with that things? Now, I guess she's ready to be a wife because she is okay being one of his baby mamas and being his main girlfriend as long as she's the one being paraded around town. But we all know that Stefon Diggs loves Kiki and not Cardi B. Cardi B is just for PR and optics. Now, speaking of the couple, child, so Offset allegedly paid off his taxes, so I guess he is ready to sign those divorce papers. And he also did an interview and he also went on the Call Her Daddy podcast and talked about his marriage with Cardi B. But I'm going to talk about that in my next video. But y'all, let us talk about J. Cole and this budding allegations. So his album just dropped February 6th. This was supposed to be his final album. He's been teasing it since 2018, child, a whole decade in the making. So it is a double album with 24 tracks, over 100 minutes long, has features from Future, Thames, and he was calling this his retirement album. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, I listened to it twice, and child, I was disappointed. This is what we waited 10 years for, this boring album. And let me know if you all listen to the album. Let me know your thoughts on the albums. Which are your favorite tracks? Which ones are not? And child, this is my opinion. The album fell off, every pun intended. Now, do you all remember when 21 Savage's song A Lot, when J. Cole rapped, how many faking the streams, getting the plays from machines? I can see behind the smokes and mirrors, people ain't really because they seem, what child? The chickens have come home to roost. So J. Cole, 21 Not So Savage, and Brent Faiyaz have all been exposed for using a platform called even.biz to commit fraud with fake sales and bot streams. Now, before you come for me in the comments, know that this is real. J. Cole is using bots, 21 Savage is using bots, Kendrick Lamar, Doechii, Brent Faiyaz, they're all using bots. Now, let me explain how this scam works. So, even.biz and 21 Also Savage actually promoted this when his album came out. He did share a link in his Instagram story to the website. So Even has Luminance and Billboard as one of the top investors, which means that which means that they don't have to go through the same security checks as other platforms. So this is how 21 Auto Savage was able to bot his sales for his latest album. So without Even.biz, without him promoting the website, he would have only sold 53,000 first week, but he sold way more than that because of the bots. And the same way that 21 Also Savage shared that link to that website, J. Cole's album is actually on that website. So his website is running on even.biz. So behind the scenes, people are buying his album, but they're not even making any revenue. So it's all fake, child. So I can create a fake account, go on the website even.biz and purchase J. Cole's album, and then it will reflect to everyone else that I have bought the album. But basically, it's fake. I bought the album for free, for $0. That's what's happening. Now, child, he literally made a whole verse about people faking their streams, and now he's the one using bots, child. And 21 Also Savage already had 25 million streams removed from Spotify for botting What Happened to the Streets. And now people are saying you should rename the album to What Happened to the Streams. It rhymes though, it does. Alright y'all, that's all the tea I have for you guys in this video. Make sure you subscribe with your notifications turned on because child, the drama updates daily and you don't want to be the last one to know. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about all the stories that we've talked about, and I will see you guys in my next video.